Yeah,
but is he going? Should he keep the braids in his head? That's the problem.
I think he should take the braids out. Phife.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's pulling his head back, man. He can't think straight. Hey, but a lot of analysts around the country, when they talk about it, I mean, while he was out, you see what Melo did. Melo started to get really hot. Now they're having these talks about. Can these two stars play together? You're feeling on that because it should feel like guys should just be able to fit into the system. Both guys like to play up top a little bit and get the ball up high. Right. Can they play together and make this run to beat the Heat? As we all said, the Heat can be beat.
Here's the thing. I think they can play together. My thing with Amari, when he gets the ball, if you notice, whether Jeremy Lin is at the point or Barron or Mike Bibby, whoever, when Amari gets the ball outside of the painted area, he tries to back down or face up and drive to the basket. He always gets stripped. But when he catches the ball in the paint, all he has to do is turn, bang. Like when he was a young Amari, stripped straight out of Orlando, and a rookie in Phoenix when he was a silverback gorilla. I don't know if he has that lift anymore, but he definitely has small hands, just like Patrick Ewing, when they used to strip him all the time. Now, if he could stay in that area, we have a chance. If he could play some defense, draw some charges or what have you, we have a chance. Now, when Melo gets the isolation, gets the ball, get out of the way.
Phife, all I want to know is whenever you have your radio show, I need to know where I can tune in because I'm getting the business right now, man. You know what? Come to Chicago, and you can stay here. We'll find you a place, and you could do a show here with us, man, and call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
Jarrett, listen, man. Listen. Don't talk me to death, man, because I'm dead serious on this, man.
Hey, like, JP and Phife Fanalyst,
one of my
baby.
favorite cities, man. I'd love to. I'd love to.
Let me open it up to you like this. Listen, if you want to come to Chicago, we'll set it up. You come here. We'll figure out how we can make a big event, and we'll do something where we do a show here, and then we do a show. We'll find a place to do a show, and I got a new beer I just launched. We'll do like an event where we'll do a sit-in, and we'll do a nice like sit-down over a PA, and we'll do an event. I'm telling you, yo, it's on my word, son. I'm telling you right now, God, we'll do this.
Yo, before I bounce or whatever the case, man, I just want to say, condolences, even though it's been years after the fact, but your dad was definitely my childhood hero, man, along with Tony Dorsett. You know what I mean? Those are the two guys I looked up to. The question I have for you, Jarrett, is what made you choose University of Miami to attend school, number one? Number two, what was it like following in his footsteps, and how do you think Barry Sanders Jr. is going to fare?
Wow, those are all good, three good questions. I think the first one, how did I choose Miami? When I went on my visit, I went on visits to Notre Dame, Wisconsin, Penn State, Indiana, which was kind of I had to do it because of family friends, and then I went to Miami. I actually canceled my last two trips to Penn State and Miami, but it was cold here in Chicago, so I decided to go hang out on the beach. Yeah. Miami was actually not one of my favorite picks, but when I got down there on my visit was Andre Johnson, Bryant McKinney was there, also who else was there? Clinton Portis and Philip Buchanan, and they told me, we were sitting down at this party outside, and we all said, if we come here, we'll have an opportunity to win a championship. And I was looking at all the guys from Florida at the time that were committed to Miami, and when I went home, my dad looked at me, and he was sick at the time, and I remember him saying this to me. He said, son, you don't just go somewhere to play, you go somewhere to win championships. And so when I kind of put the two together, it just felt like, yo, they were making moves, and Butch Davis was a guy who I looked up to, and I knew when he came to visit at my house that him and my dad kicked it off, and my dad told him, listen, I'm looking for you to take care of my son. And my dad never told me where he wanted me to go. On my day that I decided, my dad looked at me and said, that's where I wanted you to go. And so I thought I made the right decision. I knew in my heart I made the right decision. What was the second question? Second question was
following your pops.
Oh, following in his footsteps? Man, I'll tell you this. Even when I was playing soccer from when I was 4 years old, parents would yell at me, Phife, and tell me, hey, you'll never be like your dad. And I was dribbling a soccer ball. And I was taught at a young age that, you know what, my dad said, don't be like me, be better than me. And I really took that to heart, and I knew what he was saying as I started to get older, that he just wanted me to be happy. It didn't matter what sport I played. He loved anything that I did. And I knew there was going to be people out there that were going to kind of try to say, you know, you're not your dad, but no one's going to be like him. He was his own person. He was great. There will never be another Walter Payton, and I understood that, so I was fine with it. I didn't really want to be this megastar and superstar. I just really wanted to play because I love the game of football and I love sports. Right. So it was just having an opportunity to do something that most people don't get an opportunity to do. And I was happy with the time that I spent in the NFL because I got to see what it's like to play at the highest level. And the last question.
And last but not least, I mean, you know, Grant Hill's dad, Calvin Hill, played football. Grant Hill did the best move he could do and play basketball. Anthony Dorsett following his dad's footsteps, a little something, but he was a DB. How do you think Barry Sanders is going to fare with his father being such an all-time great?
I think he's going to handle it well because he's going to a program. He's going to Stanford where they're going to have to run the ball, and that's when I sat down with Barry. He said he's excited for him to go there. And it's funny that you brought this up, Phife, because me and him have actually become good friends. Like, we keep in touch with each other, make sure. And I told him this at the Super Bowl this year. I said, listen, if you ever need me, just call me because there's not a lot of people and kids and people in your situation that understand what you're going through. I understand. And so we've been keeping close and making sure that he's okay and that he's doing what he needs to do. He hits me up if he needs anything. I think his head's in the right place. And he's one of these kids that he doesn't get caught up in everything else that's going on around him. He understands who he is as a person, who his dad is, but he's trying to be himself. He's trying to make his own name. And it's pretty awesome to watch him grow. And I'm just excited that Barry even tells him. We were all sitting down at dinner at the Super Bowl. He told me, he looked at Barry, he said, if you need something, you holler at JP. He's got you. And for Barry to say that, man, that it hit my heart going, man, I'm doing something right. But also, too, seeing this young man grow, I'm excited for him to see what he's going to do. I think he's going to be all right. But you watch him play, he doesn't have all the moves, but he's got similar moves like his dad. He's low to the ground, can get the pad level, and he's got some shakes on him.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, my wife, the first one who put me up on him, because she's the football queen in the house and I'm the basketball king. You know what I'm saying? So she showed me footage on him, and I was like, that's really his son? Really? Really? And I saw him play at the Army game, the U.S. Army game.
Yep.
So I was definitely impressed. But at the same time, I was kind of scared for him because that is bad fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but you gotta, you can't be afraid of what's going on. You got to be able to jump out there and just take a leap of faith and say, you know what, I'm gonna try to be better and I'm trying to make my own name. So man,
Phife, who you got?
I'm out in the Bay, so I'm looking forward to watching him as well.